Hello and welcome to Chatterbox, your funky fresh serve of stories on ordinary people doing extraordinary things. I'm Andy Mintru, and this episode we're jumping into youth culture. We've got YouTube sensation Ramos the artist, action photographer Rania, 12-year-old activist and mini chef Lily will also be hanging out in skate parks, meeting emerging artists and getting our swag on with the winter season segment.
Walking down my street, I see a factory of singlets, t-shirts, jeans, hoodies, and short shorts. The word unique is non-existent, and personal flair is lost amidst the sea of department store shopping. Welcome to winter season. Today I'll be exploring the style of young people and their thoughts on the fashion today.
There seems to be a good understanding from just the casual, so they wear like just skinny jeans or just jeans and just shirts, and then they have the formal attire, which is the suits, black suits with the white shirt or whatsoever. But there seems to be like a gap missing in between, that's smart casual, and I think that's a area that requires improvement overall in just the teenager and young adults for the guys.
I like looking like I'm from a movie, so other days it might be Beetlejuice or, Kill Bill or something like that. The only thing that really bugs me in terms of style and fashion is cultural reappropriation. I think that's completely wrong. People wearing bindies, if you're not of that culture, don't do it. Do not treat somebody's sacred items like it's a costume.
I'm a huge fan of the Beatles. I'm very obsessed with 60s fashion and music and culture, and so that's what influences my what I wear, like florals and psychedelic designs and bold patterns, printed shirts.
Style isn't manufactured. Style isn't a default uniform. Style is contrived by what everyone else is wearing. No, style comes from within. It is a liberal expression of your personality, interests, and hobbies.
I reckon that they're all really typical, all look the same, and they generalise themselves, so short shorts and a singlet, or even less than that, and it's just so generalised.
When you go clubbing, it's like you have to wear heels, high heels, or you have to wear a really tiny skirt, and you can look good without doing that, you can dress to suit your body type, you don't need to reveal it all. In festivals, everyone wears the same thing, like music festivals, like singlets and shorts. I don't know, I just feel like there should be more variety, you don't have to wear that.
And once one person does it, everybody else will do it. So nowadays you see a lot of people with what she said, wearing short shorts with crop tops and singlets and all that. It was showing too much skin.
We buy clothes because it's a symbol of who we are, not because it was on sale at a department store. Be thoughtful in the way you dress, and never succumb to the lethargic wearing of t-shirt and shorts. There's a beautiful array of options out there. Remember, don't buy clothes because everyone else is wearing it. That's fashion conformism. Buy clothes because you want to, because you love that color, because it reminds you of your father, or you like how those Ray-Bans bring out your rich black hair. That's style. This is Vin Ewan from Winter Season. Until next time.
Thank you for that, Vin. I never liked hoodies anyway, but there are some people that do, skaters. Up next, Adam Dunn gets the 360 on Sydney skate parks.
Thanks, Andy. Here we are in Lamia for Campbelltown Skate Park. We come down to talk to some skaters and scooter riders and BMX riders to see what they think about skate parks and how they think they should be treated. Let's check it out.
It's sort of like almost traffic. People look out for each other. If someone wants to do a backflip, they ask everyone else to move out of the way so no one gets hurt. They make sure that no one else is going to get hurt or endangered.
But yeah, I definitely think if you go into the area knowing a little bit extra, I think it really helps out. You're better off actually stopping and not trying to get out of somebody's way, because they can just go around you really quickly. Usually skaters will like skate together like that, and then and that means that there's another section over here that's not even being touched. Just like show a bit of respect, because they are older. They've been coming down here every day for like their whole lives. So yeah, just
about being respectful.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll always see the same people, so I've sort of made a few friends here and like a connection with some of the kids. And they all help you out. Like I've just learned how to jump over one of the ramps, which you get what you practice.
Watch out.
I started off just making like little videos with my point and shoot camera, and then gradually moved on to a DSLR.
Yeah, definitely. Skating's led me into being a freelance videographer for my own brand. And from there I do event videography and stuff like that, make videos, put them on YouTube.
If someone wants to get sponsored by a scooter company or something, they make a video. That's where I come in.
There's always going to be a couple of people that, can potentially ruin things for others that are doing the right thing. That doesn't mean that the majority who are doing the right thing should pay for that.
A lot of skate parks, especially in the country, they get vandalised by people that aren't skateboarders, and then it gets blamed on the skateboarders, and it's crazy.
Some of us appeal to get lights back so we could, ride at night. In winter, middle of winter, 5:30 in the afternoon, it's dark, you can't see anything. So having those lights is just a bonus.
I think they should leave them on busy nights. If it's a night where no one's here, then they should turn them off, because we don't have unlimited resource of energy.
Our thoughts are that it is really important to have the lights on. It's a safety issue. Skateboarding is one of the most popular after-school activities out there. It's just as important in my books, I'm sure Nigel's as well, as football, soccer, tennis. The lights are on there. Why aren't they on at the skate park?
That's about it. Signing off.
Welcome back. Love in Life is a segment produced by Mike Chin, who travels the globe trying to find the love in your lives. Well, he found it this time. Direct from Singapore, here is an emerging artist with a unique style and exceptional talent. Her successes, her struggles, her life. Over to you, Mike, with Love in Life Youth Star.
Hi, I'm Tokyo Lovin, and welcome to another episode of Love in Life. This time, I'm in Singapore, meeting with an amazing emerging artist called Weish. I saw her stuff on YouTube and I was absolutely blown away. So Weish is going to be talking about some of the things that she struggled with in what is perhaps the world's youngest music scene. So I hope you enjoy this episode of Love in Life.
Hi, I'm Weish, and welcome to Blue Jazz. This is one of the rare spaces in which the government doesn't mind us painting the walls, so we're surrounded by really pretty graffiti and lots of art everywhere. This is probably one of my favorite hangouts in the whole world. My main instrument is the looper. It's just this box, and each bank can loop infinite loops, but it might blow the sound system. Crazy how you can create like a landscape of sounds with just your voice. And occasionally the ukulele, which isn't very badass, but I've got 5-year-old hands. I did start out in music, the classical route. Whoosh, learn the piano, the prevalence of Asian parents. And then I decided to stop forcing me to do something that I don't enjoy, so I quit. But then I realized that I missed it and I took it up again. It's nearly impossible to make a career in art and get by, I think, from what I've gathered. Studies, academia, and, all the Singaporeans I know, despite all their passions and their hobbies, I usually just confine to keeping them hobbies. I have an ideal life that's based on the project where I can hop on a theatrical production one day and do gigs on the side, tour with a band, you know, it's the ideal life. It shouldn't matter what people think, but you know, I think it does to some extent sometimes.
What sort of youth-focused episode would this be if we didn't have a cute kid in it? A cheesy one. So instead, we've got a firecracker of a youth activist and a mini chef who's only 12 years old. Now, Lily uses cooking to connect with her Scottish and Maltese family backgrounds. So let's find out what's really cooking this month on Story Bites with Maria and Lily.
Hi Chatterboxes, it's me Maria and welcome to Story Bites, a segment about people, passion and their connection to food. Today we'll be interviewing Lily Simpson. She's 12 years old, she's a cooking dynamo, so follow me.
10 out of 10, I love cooking. Whenever I can, I try and cook for my mum and dad. I love cooking because you can create different things and try different recipes, and sometimes they fail or sometimes they work.
Tell us a little bit about your family.
There's my mum, my dad and my little sister and my little dog. Most people think little younger children can't cook, like my age shouldn't be able to be in the kitchen because it's too dangerous, but I think it's a really good idea to be able to just try things, helping your parents out cooking and being able to do different things.
Today I'm going to be making a warm dessert called sushi pancakes. It's one of my own inventions and it's just pancake with a filling and looks like sushi. First we'll cook our pancakes. Make sure the pan's nice and warm. Yeah. Butter in the pan, and that just helps the pancakes not to stick. Some of the pancake mix. If there's bubbles on the top of the pancake, then it's ready and you can flip it. Get a bit of lemon curd and spread it all around evenly. Roll it up. And you get a knife and chop it into little pieces. And you stand it up and it'll kind of look like sushi. You could eat this for breakfast, for dessert, for anything. And there you have it, sushi pancakes.
Back to you in the studio.
This episode, we're taking a different angle on youth culture. Now, Rani Abid is a young action photographer who also takes different angles on things, literally. Now, she climbs, she reclines, and she does what it takes to get the right shot. And often this shot she wants goes straight to Instagram. Now, our secret IT agent, Jerome Pierce, has her story.
I'm not really good with words, so I hope this is okay. I regularly shoot both with my SLR and my phone. I like to challenge my eye and limit myself to the confines of a square frame. I started action photography after meeting Team 9 Lives over 10 years ago. It started by just watching. I would just sit there for hours mesmerized by the strength required to do it. Watching jumps, flips, even observing these single moves being joined together to form sequences of an amazing, almost poetic movement. A flip that takes 2 seconds for a tracer, which is a parkour artist, to complete. It can be a hard thing to capture, but I have that fine control with my SLR to get the perfect shot. Crazy angles is just another part of movement photography that inspires me. I find shooting from the ground up quite interesting because it can make a near impossible movement seem possible. Sometimes the boys want me to climb a rooftop and I'll just give an excuse, I have my camera gear with me, it's too heavy. I'm always reading, researching, and just talking to people to improve my confidence and my skills in art, really. Trying out new techniques out in the field and at the computer. Taking the photo is only half the battle, then the fun begins. For a photo that sometimes takes less than a minute to shoot, I can be editing it for hours. Not really, but I can take a photo to show you.
Hi, welcome to the Bulletin Box. I'm Melissa Menzies here with your What's Happening Up in your state. First to New South Wales, we have the annual Fernside Skate Competition. Skateboards, scooters, boys and girls, juniors to adults, head on down to Redfern on Saturday the 13th of April. There are also lots of prizes and giveaways. Grab a taco or burrito and get your grind on. Over to Tasmania, one of many Anzac Dawn services that will be happening around Australia on April 25th will be at Burnie's Centretaf in Tasmania. Get to bed early the night before as this will start at 6 a.m. A small price to pay to remember our fallen troops and other war veterans who have fought for Australia. Queenslanders, you will be hosting the Gold Coast Film Festival at Pacific Fair Shopping Centre, Broadbeach, which will run from April 18th to 28th. There are so many different screenings, so I recommend you check the website to find the films and special events that suit your very unique pop culture style. Around Australia now, we have Youth Homelessness Matters Day on the 10th of April. Register online, then grab your friends and go without your bed for a night. Maybe at a friend's place, on the couch, or even a porch for the 26,000 young Australians who sleep every night without a bed. That's a Bulletin Box for this month. I'm Melissa Menzies. See you next month.
AC/DC is saying that it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Now, for up-and-coming music artist, Ramos the artist, it's close to 400,000 YouTube views to the top. That's a lot of people watching, including recording labels. But is it enough to get signed? Well, you be the judge. Hey Ramos, welcome to Chatterbox. Congratulations on your new video. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me here.
So your new song is really awesome. It's a combination of like a tight song, hot chicks, great cars, so it's got looks and culture. Was this a deliberate choice of yours?
What I believe is music brings people together. So I've always been immersed with people from different cultures and just bringing it all together. Everyone just wanted to be part of something special, part of a project. So I thought to add and amalgamate all the people that I've worked with before and people who wanted to get on board.
So your video portrays women in a very unique way. Can you tell us why you decided to take this angle?
If you were to describe funky, it'd be unique. You also have your different types of funky lady. You have your street funky ladies at the end on the skate ramp, and you've got your funky ladies in Dimiana scene, where there was, wigs and colourful outfits, and it was just really extreme. Just to portray and define that unique aspect of the video.
So who would you say this video clip is for?
I believe raw talent, raw artists, upcoming artists, people seeing how networks evolve and how they work together to create a project. Emerging dancers as well, dancers who see other dancers part of a video, and that to me is pretty much who my target market was when I was making this video. Up-and-coming artists. And obviously the audience who respect music, who respect beatboxing, who respect, talent when they see it. Like, these dancers are amazing. And the cars, obviously, the visual, the aesthetics of the video.
Funky lady has got it all. This funky lady's got my mouth going, whoa, whoa, whoa. This funky lady has got
How I got into music. I went to Brazil. I lived in Brazil, and again, I was immersed with culture, with people, with music and dance. And prior to that, I was only writing music. But when I came back to Australia, I really believed that, I should go all out with music. What I experienced when I was in Brazil really influenced me when I came back to Australia to go, you know what, I'm going to start making videos, I'm going to start dancing. I'm a bit crazy when it comes to music because that was what I was, hit with when I was in Brazil.
Can you tell us a bit about Genesis and how he came to be involved?
He was pretty cool, man. Beatboxing is pretty cool, don't you think? So I said to him straight up, I said, Jen, let's work together. Let's do something. Let's collab. She was like, yeah, man, let's do it. So we went into a studio. We started collaborating on a track that I wrote, Funky Lady, and then he just started beatboxing. Boom, 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 boom. It just, everything just worked really well together. And the song was really catchy. And I was like, man, the song's pretty dope. Like, well, why don't we just do a video for it?
Okay, let's talk business. Now, this video has hit close to 400,000 views and climbing. How did you do that?
There were so many networks, and that's the key word, network. So it was a collaboration of all these networks sharing the video, and obviously people want to know what's going on. And there's a beatboxer who was a grand finalist in Australia's Got Talent. There's someone wearing these crazy LED shoes, all these dancers and all these dance schools and networks that want to see what the commotion was about.
Go deep! I got my heels clicking, lashes blinking, pimping top notch.
And I'm also very lucky to have the female solo artist on the track, Dimiana. Dimiana, welcome to the show.
It's good to be here.
So how did you get into music?
This is the first song I've ever featured in. I've never done this before. My background is child protection, but my hobby is music. I love music. I like to write. I like to listen to hip-hop, love rap. So one day, through mutual friends, I met Ramos. Then one day he called me and he said, Dimi, I've got this new track. It's called Funky Lady. I have a feeling, you fit the role. And I want you to feature in it.
So keep your speakers bumping, glass be quaking. Ain't gonna subject.
So what lies in the future for Ramos the artist?
Currently, I'm in discussion with Mark Dowsett and Matt O'Connor, who head the A&R department in Australia, for a distribution deal on my next single. This single is gonna, I know, take everything out of me.
Thank you so much for joining us here today, Ramos the artist. Now, just before we go, do you have some killer advice for anyone that wants to make it in the music industry?
It's networking, and I guess it's courtesy as well, because you do need to give back to these people that support you. So you network with the right people, they support you, you get ahead in life, and then when you do, you pay tribute to these people, and you be thankful that they are part of your network, and it just goes both ways. You help each other build your networks up, and for any artist starting up, this is, I think, killer advice. Hey guys, this is Ramos the artist, and you're watching Chatterbox, and this is my new video clip, Funky Lady.
Go deep! I got my heels clicking, lashes blinking, pimping top notch. I got my Louis on, major player in all of the best shots. Cause confidence in me comes naturally, it's something I just got. Reppin' like Erica B, smooth on the scene and hot on the hip charts. I got funky shoes, a funky bag, and a funky swag too. You got funky hips, funky lips, and all of the rest too. So keep your speakers bumping, glass be quaking, ain't gonna subdue. Cause when I'm round you, all I wanna do is funky with you. Funky lady has got it going, has got me flowing, has got me going on and on and Genesis. Yeah, go.